Hey guys, Wonder Shell here. Once again, we're doing another Marvel United, this time with Sauron? Sauron? I don't know I think he's from the Spideyverse. I don't really know. All I know is he's a pterodactyl man thing. I don't know. Either way. I started out with Scaly Hide thinking that would be a good base, but looking back, it's not that good. My suggestion, if you are going to do this on your own, I honestly would suggest do like army green, like a darker color, or even like green skin, like I did with Toad with those pieces, as a base coat, and then use Scaly Hide as a highlight, or even jungle green as a highlight instead of Scaly Hide. I made that mistake, and I think it came okay in the end, but if you want to do like exact, try doing it that way. That might be a different alternative, or if you like it this way, how I did it, perfect. Here's what I did. But he's a very simple character. Color scheme wise, I think I use like 3 or 4 different colors, and that's pushing it. He did have purple pants, which is kind of funny. So I had to put purple in there. And it looked like he was standing on rocks. I could have done like a dark stone or even uniform gray. I mean, I did do a dark stone, but I could have done like uniform gray or brown color to make the rocks. But I chose as dark stone just because he is brightly colored and I want to make sure he is the center point. So having a base that's darker than your character, the character will be the center point. Next is the inside of his mouth, and now because he is a villain, he gets strong toned everywhere. This takes a while because there is a lot of him. He's not heavy like how Blob was, but he's just long, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense, because to me it does. He's just long. He's not heavy or big. He's just long because of the wings. So, it took a little time to get that taken care of with the tone, and let that sit for hours because of how thick I put that on there. And then I dry brushed Scaly Hide right back on him. Anything that's raised gets another coat of Scaly Hide. Literally dry brushing it, meaning you take some of the paint, you take most of that paint off that paintbrush, and then you slap it on your character like that. I mean, makes sense. But when I was doing this, it just, after doing this, I feel like I was missing something, and I wasn't sure what, but I definitely was missing something. So, once I finish doing this part, almost there. I even did green skin, give that dark look to it, especially on the wings. And like underneath, it looks great. I should have just left it as is, but nope, I decided to go a little too crazy. So the rest of him gets that green color. I try to do like a gradient with it, and that's what's great about dry brushes. You can make a gradient out of it. So if you want like a dark to a light or whatever, or even like multicolors, dry brushing is the way to go. It kind of blends a little nicer. You can see it right here where I went from the base up. It blends much nicer compared to just painting it as is. So that's something to keep in mind if you want that gradient look or kind of shadowiness of it. Do a gradient. Dry brush it. Works out. At least of what I've seen, it works out. Until you go a little too crazy on the dry brushing. Way to go, me. Whoops. And that's pretty much it, guys. After me slapping the thing like crazy, it looks like crud. I am so sorry. Maybe next time, buddy. And for you guys, I'll see you next time. Later.